Hello. As you get ready to work on Forum 1, I wanted to give you some tips and things to focus on. So first of all, please note that each forum consists of a primary post and a secondary post. Most of you did that in your practice forum. Your primary post should be your answers to questions A and B, and your secondary post should be a follow-up post to a primary post made by one of your colleagues. Please make sure that your follow-up post expands and develops rather than summarizes and repeats. You want to make a follow-up post that adds something new that was not said in your colleague's primary post. Please don't summarize and repeat. If you want to get the full 30 points, you need to add and develop rather than summarize and repeat. I've said that 3 times, so it's probably important. Your primary post is 70% of your total forum grade. In this first forum, you answer 2 questions, question A and question B, both worth 35 points out of the total 70. Please make sure that your answers are deeply rooted in your assigned readings. The forums are not an opportunity for you to state your opinion, but rather an opportunity for you to apply course material to a specific question. So here in Forum 1, the first question, question A, asks you to think about multinational companies from India entering the US market. You want to identify and discuss 2 contextual differences that a multinational from India would find challenging when entering the United States. Again, your discussion must demonstrate application and consideration of assigned readings. One contextual variable is culture. Culture is discussed in Chapter 2. Please note that Chapter 2 discusses multiple dimensions of culture, but culture in and of itself is a single contextual variable. So here in Part A, you can discuss culture, but you must discuss an additional contextual variable, not just culture. Other contextual variables that you can think about would be discussed in Chapter 3. Chapter 3 talks about the national context in which multinationals operate. And so you could look at the economic system, the level of industrialization, differences in the dominant religions between the country, the education system or the educational attainment of the population in the countries, and levels of social inequality in both nations. Of course, Chapter 3 gives a lot more detail on each one of those contextual variables, but these are the contextual variables that you should consider in Forum 1. And so in question A, you can consider culture as one contextual variable and then pick another contextual variable out of Chapter 3 and explain how it differs between India and the US and why this would or potentially would make things challenging from a multinational from India entering the United States. This is Part A of your forum. Part B of your forum asks you to do something similar. Here, you're going to think about 2 potential challenges that a multinational company from the US would encounter when entering any of the 4 emerging markets listed here, the BRIC nations, Brazil, Russia, India, or China. You must discuss your answer considering one specific country. You don't have to discuss all 4. You need to pick one. And then, much like you did in Part A, think about 2 distinct contextual variables and how they might represent challenges from a company, a multinational from the United States, seeking to expand into and enter one of the BRIC nations, either Brazil or Russia or India or China. If you have any questions about Forum 1, please let me know. I encourage you to do your readings first and then tackle the forums later. Also, I discourage you from looking at what your colleagues wrote and writing the same thing because you have no idea whether your colleagues did a good job or didn't. Simply the fact that it's simply posted on the forum does not mean that it's a complete correct answer. do your own work and let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer. Good luck.